I don't really know how to do an intro to this, mainly just because these are pretty much going to be my general thoughts on the other three Wes Anderson short films that have come out, like, within the past week. Granted that these are about 15 minutes and some change each. I'm not going to go too in-depth on it, mainly because, like the last one, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, these are pretty much just readings of Roald Dahl short stories put to the screen. Since none of these actually had trailers, I'm going to put timestamps down below for when I talk about like which short films I talk about. So you can just click on one of the timestamps in the description if you want to know like thoughts on one if you want to jump to Poison, since that's the last one I'll be talking about, since that was the last one that came out. And as I said in the Henry Sugar video, I was proven wrong. The connective tissue was not Benedict Cumberbatch. In fact, it was Ray Fiennes playing Roald Dahl in all of these short films. He was the connective tissue, which, thinking about it, makes a lot more sense than Benedict Cumberbatch just being in them. So first we're going to start off with The Swan. The description for this, if you just look it up, all it says is two large ignorant bullies ruthlessly pursue a small brilliant boy. And that's what happens. Rupert Friend essentially plays the narrator. He was in the cast list for Henry Sugar. I didn't catch him though. I think this is pretty cool. Not really a bunch to talk about. There is a standout train sequence where the narrator is talking about, like, getting underneath a train to survive it as it comes down, and just hearing all the sounds of the train with the narration was a pretty cool scene. I also liked the relatively dark twist that takes place at the end. It came out of, I mean, I feel like it didn't come out of nowhere for me, but it was a little shocking at how dark it was going to get. It didn't feel like it was going to get like it. I didn't expect to go in that direction, and I appreciated that. I guess if I was scoring these, I'm going to give The Swan a 7 out of 10. I thought it was okay, not my favorite out of the bunch, but I think it's still pretty good. The third short film is called The Rat Catcher. There's a rat eradicator who basically looks like a big rat, played by Ray Fiennes, and he is sent to get rid of a rat problem. And the way he decides to go around it is gain the trust of the rats, so he can kill them. Rupert Friend is a character in this one. Richard Ayoade, who did appear in Henry Sugar, is the narrator in this one. And Ray Fiennes again plays the rat catcher, and he is just gnarly. He's a nasty little man in this, and yeah, he does look like a rat. There's a little bit of stop motion involved with the main rat that they have on display, and it looks pretty great. And granted, when I say this next part, keep in mind that I have not seen everything that Wes Anderson has done. I've seen a good amount, but even then, I haven't seen everything of his yet. I want to see Wes Anderson do a full-on horror movie, because there's a full horror sequence in this, and it's still narration. They don't really do anything. It looks like posters of the old monster movies from the 30s, where the rat catcher and Rupert Friend's character are just like posed, and it looks gorgeous. I would love a short film from Wes Anderson, or even a feature film if it works in that kind of capacity. Outside of the stuff I mentioned, though, there really wasn't a lot of anything in this. I feel like this is my least favorite one out of all four of them, but I just really loved that horror sequence enough where I could just bump this up to a 6 out of 10. But just, it's my least favorite, still decent though. The last one is Poison. Now we have a man who is laying in his bed, and a poisonous snake is laying on his stomach, and he doesn't want to move, so he calls up a doctor, and they gotta figure out, get the snake off of him before it bites him. Benedict Cumberbatch comes back for this one, and he plays the man in the bed. Dev Patel is playing the supervisor that finds him, and Ben Kingsley plays the doctor. And I will say, I think this is the funniest out of all four short films that have been released. And I just think this is just a masterclass in how to do comedy, honestly. At least in, like, the lens of Wes Anderson's stylings. Like The Swan, there's a pretty fantastic twist at the end of this that I honestly didn't see coming, so good on them for that. Out of the three I covered in this video, I feel like Poison was the one that had me had the attention the most, of just things kept happening that were on the edge of my seat, kept escalating the situation, and I just thought it was very cool. And plus, that again, that twist at the end was just really funny, and just yeah, it was the hardest I laughed out of all four of them. I'll give Poison an 8 out of 10. I feel like that is perfectly fine for what this was, and yeah, that's pretty much all the short films. Alright, have you seen these short films, including Henry Sugar? I did a review on that last week, so if you want to go check that out, go right ahead and do that. If you've seen these short films, what did you think about them? If you've seen all of them, rank them down in the comments, from like 1 to 4. Least the worst, worst to least, whatever order you want. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below, like the video, all that, everything. I got it out of order this time, damn it. Well, either way, I will see you in the next video. See ya.